Archangel Michael says, a heavy cloud once blinded them, but that fog has lifted in a sudden moment of clarity. The shift came so fast that it shook them to their soul, and now they see you differently. They're walking toward you, slowly but with a new heart that wasn't there before. The unexpected twist was born from something they couldn't explain, like a light switch flicking on inside their chest. They were going in the opposite direction, but something mysterious whispered your name when they least expected it. Now they cannot get you out of their mind, and it's not just memory, it's destiny unfolding. You have no idea what kind of transformation has begun behind closed doors. Their nights are no longer silent, and their days are filled with memories of what they dismissed too early. The signs are everywhere, and this time, they are paying attention like never before. Archangel Michael says, this person is coming not just with empty hands but with truth, apology, and intention. They understand now who you were, who you are, and who you've always been meant to be in their story. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The delay in their return wasn't because they forgot you, it was because they were fighting the truth of their own feelings. They tried replacing you in their heart, but no substitute gave them peace. Your voice still echoes, your eyes still burn in their mind, and your name still causes their heart to beat out of rhythm. They're coming with a message they've been rewriting over and over in their mind. It's not perfect, but it's real. They are afraid you'll slam the door in their face, yet more afraid of never knocking at all. The pain of losing you is now a permanent tattoo on their conscience. They've realized what others told them was wrong, because you were the one who always stayed solid while others played shadows. They are ashamed of how long it took them to understand, but they're finally ready. Comment, I receive this, if your heart feels the shift that's already in motion. The air is different for a reason. What's coming is not a maybe, it's a movement. Type Amen to get blessing 772. They thought letting you go would give them freedom, but instead, it built a cage around their soul. Every interaction they have now feels dry and meaningless, compared to the spark you carried. You left a fingerprint that no time or distraction could erase. They even tried to hate you to forget you. But hate couldn't bloom where love had already grown roots too deep. They saw pieces of you in everyone they met, but none of those pieces completed the puzzle the way your presence did. Now they've been pushed by divine hands into remembering all they once overlooked. Archangel Michael says, your name has become sacred in their heart. And it took a collapse of everything around them to realize that all they ever needed was you. They will try to speak softly, but their emotions will betray them. You'll see it in their eyes. The vulnerability will be raw, unfiltered, and it will tell you everything you need to know. Type Amen to get blessing 968. They replay the moment they let you go, and each time it hits harder than before. The world hasn't felt right since, and they now believe the universe pulled you apart just to pull you back stronger. What looked like an ending was just the start of their awakening. Your silence haunts them more than any argument ever could. You showed them grace by walking away, and that grace is now their greatest lesson. They've learned that love doesn't shout, it remembers in silence and returns in truth. You've become the person they compare everyone else to, and no one matches. They finally understand that real love doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be genuine, and you were always that. Now they are returning for what they never should have risked losing. Write, "This message is mine," if you feel the energy aligning in your life. The tides are turning, and the pull is bringing them closer every minute. Type Amen to get blessing 457. They've been watching you quietly, hoping to catch even a glimpse of how your life is without them. Your glow intimidates them, yet it's the very thing that gives them hope. You're not just someone they want, you're someone they respect deeply now. They didn't see it before, but you were the light in their storm. They thought it was just comfort, but it was love in its truest form. And now that they've tasted absence, they crave the warmth they once took for granted. This is not a temporary feeling, it's a soul realization. They've spoken to friends about you, and every word carries a mix of regret and longing. They know if they wait too long, the door might close forever, and that thought terrifies them. Archangel Michael says, "This reunion is written in the stars, but only if you let your heart stay open." What's about to happen will feel sudden, but it's been building in the unseen for months. Type Amen to get blessing 809. They will reach out when you least expect it. Possibly in a message, possibly in person, but it will be real, and it will be brave. You will feel the shift in the air seconds before it happens. Your name is now laced with reverence in their heart. Every time someone mentions you, they pause and think. The things they once complained about in you, they now miss the most. They thought time would help them forget. But instead, time revealed that what they had with you wasn't ordinary. They now believe it was divine placement, disrupted only by fear and foolishness. Comment, "I am open to receive," if you're ready for what's approaching you like a wave in motion. There is power in readiness, and your readiness is being seen. Type Amen to get blessing 118. Every part of them is aching to undo the hurt. But they also know this time, they have to approach you with actions, not just words. They're coming prepared to show you everything they never did before. Their dreams are filled with glimpses of you. Sometimes it's your smile, sometimes your voice, but it always ends with a feeling of peace that only your presence brings. This isn't coincidence, it's divine prompting. Archangel Michael says, "Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting, it means choosing growth over grief." What they're bringing to you is more than just a comeback, it's a revelation. You will feel an energy shift around you. The moment they decide to reach out, your spirit will already know. Stay alert to the synchronicities, they will guide your heart. Type Amen to get blessing 549. They are no longer who they were when you last saw them. The pain changed them, but so did your absence. They had to be broken before they could be rebuilt, and now, they're coming back with a renewed spirit. They are terrified that you've moved on, but they're willing to face that fear. Because even the risk of rejection is better than the weight of eternal regret. They would rather try and fail than spend the rest of their life wondering. Their love has matured in silence. It's no longer selfish. It's patient, deep, and willing to prove itself daily if you let it. Right, I welcome this transformation. If your soul has been feeling this pull already. Your spirit knows when alignment is happening. Type Amen to get blessing 210. They remember how you held space for their chaos. You never forced them to change, yet your presence inspired them to grow. Now they see you not as a chapter, but as the whole story they want to rewrite. Everything is shifting for a reason. They are waking up with you on their mind and sleeping with silent prayers about you. It's becoming impossible to ignore what the heavens are reminding them. They may not say everything right, but you'll know they mean every word. And if you choose to listen, you'll feel the sincerity pouring out of them. Archangel Michael says, divine love always finds its way back, even if the route is painful, even if it takes time. Your moment is coming. Type Amen to get blessing 644. They're dreaming of the future with you. Not just a reunion, but a real, lasting bond, different from before. They want to grow roots with you this time, not just petals. No one else gets them like you did. You saw the parts they tried to hide, and still stayed. Now they want to earn your trust back, even if it takes a lifetime. You are not forgotten. You are not replaceable. You are the one. Comment, this return is divine, if your heart is ready for what heaven is aligning behind the veil. They are already walking toward you. Type Amen to get blessing 384. They no longer care about ego. The pride that held them back is crumbling by the hour. What's rising in its place is a deep, humbled love that is ready to surrender to truth. They used to think vulnerability was weakness, but you've shown them that honesty is the real strength. They want to sit in front of you, not as who they were, but as who they are becoming. Their soul is tired of pretending, it's ready to speak. Every time someone talks about love, their mind races back to you. They've seen people come and go, but no one managed to plant roots in their spirit like you did. You were the home they ran from, and now, the home they crave. Archangel Michael says, what was once scattered is being gathered. What was once lost is being found. What was once broken is being mended through divine design. Type Amen to get blessing 722. They have rehearsed every possible reaction you might give them. They've imagined you being angry, cold, silent, but they still want to come forward. Because the ache of not trying is worse than any outcome. They've written messages and deleted them. Walked past your place and kept going. But now, something divine is pushing them forward, it's time, and they know it. This change in them isn't small, it's monumental. The things that used to matter to them don't anymore. All they want is peace, and peace lives in the space where your name is whispered. Say, I accept divine restoration, if you feel this reunion is not just romantic, but spiritual. Some connections are heaven-sent, and yours is one of them. Type Amen to get blessing 399. They are being shown signs constantly. Your initials on license plates, your favorite song in unexpected places, dreams that wake them up with tears. The signs are loud now, and they're no longer doubting them. People around them are beginning to notice their shift. They're quieter, more thoughtful, more distant from distractions. That's because their spirit is focused on returning to the one they now see clearly. They had to lose you to realize they were losing themselves. Now they are fighting for both. And this time, they're not giving up. Archangel Michael says, the truth will pour out of them like a river when the moment comes. Their silence will break, and you will hear words you never thought they'd say. Type Amen to get blessing 515. They remember your laugh, your wisdom, your way of seeing the world differently. No one challenged them to grow like you did. And now they want to come back, not to relive the past, but to build a new present with you. They are preparing something special. It could be a letter, a voice message, or showing up where they know you'll be. One thing is certain, they are not letting more time slip by. You taught them love, and life taught them loss. But now, the divine is teaching them redemption. And you are the key to that lesson. Write, I am ready for this divine reunion, if your heart senses this approaching encounter. Your energy is calling them back. Type Amen to get blessing 248. They were not ready before, but now, every cell in their body is screaming your name. Their soul has matured, and the emotions that once confused them have become their compass. They are following it, to you. This return won't be rushed. They want to do it right. They want to show you that you weren't just a phase, you are their final destination. They are walking away from distractions, fake connections, and shallow company. You changed their standard. Now only something deep, sacred, and honest will satisfy them. Archangel Michael says, their heart has been reordered by heaven. They've seen the truth, and they can't go back. Type Amen to get blessing 871. They've even asked for signs. And the universe responded with clarity they can't deny anymore. They thought they could forget, but they were never supposed to forget. You are part of their divine assignment. What they feel for you is not just emotion, it's purpose. That purpose is now waking them up daily. They see you moving on, glowing, growing, and while it brings pride, it also brings urgency. They want to stand beside you, not just watch you from a distance. Comment, this love is protected by heaven, if your soul feels this sacred pull. Some people don't belong in your past, they belong in your forever. Type Amen to get blessing 134. They know they failed you once. But they are determined not to fail again. This time, they come with open hands, open heart, and a readiness to listen. Your strength shocked them. The way you carried your pain with grace haunted them more than any words could. And now, they are inspired to be better, not just for you, but for themselves. They will confess things you never knew. Secrets they kept hidden, truths they buried. This conversation will be healing, for both of you. Archangel Michael says, when they speak, listen not just with your ears, but with your soul. You'll know what's real. You'll feel the divine stamp upon their words. Type Amen to get blessing 365. They don't care how long it takes for you to trust them again. They're willing to wait. Because this time, their love isn't a rush, it's a vow. They want to show you they've changed. Not by saying it, but by living it. Their actions will echo louder than their promises. They're already building the courage to reach out. If you've been feeling anxious without knowing why, that's their energy pulling closer. You are connected, even when apart. Say, I feel this reunion in my spirit, if your soul resonates with these words. Divine timing is never late. Type Amen to get blessing 777. You'll feel their presence before they arrive. A sudden shift in the atmosphere. A softening in your heart. That's how heaven prepares us. You may be tempted to guard yourself. But listen to your intuition. It won't steer you wrong. This connection wasn't ordinary. It was chosen. And now the angels are orchestrating the return. Archangel Michael says, the door is opening. Will you answer it with fear, or with faith? Type Amen to get blessing 218. They are done running. Done pretending. Done silencing the truth. They see you now. Not just as someone from their past, but as the light for their future. They are ready to walk through fire to reach you. This is not the end of the story. It's the resurrection of what was buried under pride and confusion. And this time, it will be stronger. Comment, this love is rising again, if you feel the restoration beginning in the unseen. Heaven has already started it. Type Amen to get blessing 940. They now know what they lost, and that realization has broken them in silence. It's not a wound that can be ignored, it bleeds through their every thought. They've found themselves crying at strange hours, all because your memory comes like a wave and drowns their resistance. They never understood the depth of your presence until it became an absence. But now, they feel your energy in everything, your words in songs, your laughter in echoes, your spirit in the wind. That connection didn't die, it only went quiet for a while. They are tired of pretending they're fine. They've smiled for others, but cried for you. And now, they're reaching the edge where either they return to you, or they'll never be whole again. Archangel Michael says, this is the breaking that builds the blessing. What feels like destruction is divine redirection. Their heart is aligning with your energy. Type Amen to get blessing 112. They're asking heaven to guide their next step. They're not just walking toward you on emotion, they're moving with purpose. They've asked for mercy, for timing, and for you to somehow still be waiting. You're not the same person they walked away from. You've grown. You've evolved. And that truth both intimidates and inspires them. They're not coming to interrupt your life. They're coming to heal what was broken, to plant what can grow, and to water what once wilted. Their soul remembers the promise they never voiced, but always felt. Say, I welcome their truth, if you feel this message is for your spirit. The reconciliation is not just physical, it's energetic, spiritual, and timed by God. Type Amen to get blessing 681. They can no longer tolerate empty conversations with others. Every new face just reminds them of how irreplaceable you are. They're beginning to understand that love isn't found, it's remembered. They didn't just miss you, they missed themselves when they were with you. Because when you were in their life, they were alive in ways they forgot they could be. That memory alone is worth everything to them. They're done pretending you were just a chapter. You were the whole story, disguised as a lesson. And now, they want to write a new beginning, with your hand in theirs. Archangel Michael says, the doors are opening slowly, but surely. The divine winds are blowing in your favor. Prepare for the sound of their knock. Type Amen to get blessing 517. They see your glow now, not as a threat, but as a blessing. The way you healed, the way you walked away, the way you carried your silence with dignity, it has haunted and humbled them. They now understand that your silence was protection, not punishment. You didn't close the door out of anger, you left it open out of grace. And that door is what they're walking toward now, trembling. Their spirit is shaking, but it's moving. Their words may falter, but their soul is loud. They are hoping you'll hear what they couldn't say back then. Comment, I am ready to hear them, if your spirit senses the moment is near. You won't need to chase anything, what's meant is coming. Type Amen to get blessing 374. This time, they will kneel before your truth. They won't argue, they won't deny, they won't run. They've rehearsed this reunion not in their mind, but in their soul. They won't beg for forgiveness, they'll live it. Their every word will be wrapped in effort. Their every action will echo their regret and their love. You'll know it's real because your heart won't resist. You'll feel the shift, the stillness, and the safety that only divine love brings. This isn't a game, it's a sacred return. Archangel Michael says, heaven waited for this moment. And now, the hour has arrived. Be still. Be open. Type Amen to get blessing 805. They may come with a gift. A symbol. A token. Something that holds a memory, or marks a new start. It's not the item, it's the intention. Watch their eyes. You'll feel their energy trembling when they face you. But behind that nervousness is a deep, unshakable truth. They never stopped loving you. They just didn't know how to show it. Now they're learning. Slowly. Painfully. But truly. And this learning is what will make their return different from their departure. Say, I receive this return in peace, if your heart has been sensing them before they even arrive. The bond is speaking louder than words. Type Amen to get blessing 294. They've spoken to people they trust about you. And for the first time, they didn't hide it. They admitted their fault. They admitted you were right. And every person they spoke to nodded, because the truth was always visible to everyone else, except them. They've unfollowed, detached, and walked away from things and people that once distracted them. They're clearing space, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Because they know they can't come back to you with the same cluttered heart. This time, they want to offer a clean slate. No secrets. No lies. Just raw truth and committed action. Archangel Michael says, the heavens are watching, and the angels are assisting. The restoration is real. The moment is sacred. Type Amen to get blessing 658. You'll notice little shifts. Messages from unknown numbers. Unexpected encounters. Subtle signs like their name showing up at strange times. It's all orchestrated. Divine timing is never chaotic. It flows like rivers through time. And now it's flowing to bring them back to you. They're coming back not because you chased, but because they finally stopped running. They faced themselves. And they saw you standing at the center of their truth. Comment, I welcome this healing reunion, if this is resonating deeply. Your soul already knows what's unfolding. Type Amen to get blessing 473. They know you deserve more than words. They're preparing to give you something permanent. Not promises, but presence. They'll want to build, not beg. To nurture, not fix. To grow, not repeat. This is not a return to what was. This is a rise into what could have always been. They no longer care what others think. You are the peace they seek, and they're no longer afraid to fight for it. Because peace is worth more than pride. Archangel Michael says, stay alert. The moment is closer than you imagine. Heaven is pressing time forward. Type Amen to get blessing 109. They miss the way your presence made everything feel lighter. They miss your laugh. Your wisdom. Your flaws. Everything. You weren't perfect, but you were real. And that's all they ever needed. This time, they won't play cool. They'll be emotional, transparent, and true. The mask is off. And their heart is ready. Let them speak. Let them explain. Let them show you the version of themselves you always believed they could become. Say, I am open to divine love, if your heart is softening right now. Because divine love is what's walking back toward you. Type Amen to get blessing 927.